Oh hello, I didn't see you there. Welcome to Nature Walk. We're your hosts, Liam and Weed. Today we're going to learn you about a herpetology. Herpetology is the study of reptiles and reptilian related beings. They live in woods like these, sometimes even near your home, sometimes even in your home. If there's a herpetological reptile in your home, I'd be real worried about that creature. Herpetologists can be very dangerous. Today I'm going to teach you the best trips and tricks for finding local reptiles in your neighborhood wood. The first thing you'll want for a woods adventure where you're searching out your local reptiles is going to be a guide. Mammals are much easier to find than reptiles. Reptiles, though, can be found if one knows where to look, but usually not. The first and most helpful thing to look for is signs and signals of animals rather than the animals themselves, because animals are very good at hiding. Scat is the first one you want to look for. It's the easiest to find because it's big piles of shit on the ground. Here's one right now. That's from a snake. Probably. If you live in a neighborhood, you can find anything ranging from ball pythons to microorganisms.
Microorganisms count as a hepatitis?
Don't question me.
No!
Nothing beats the practical know-how that comes from sitting in the woods for long periods of time, sometimes in complete silence like this. That's how you learn to identify the local species of reptiles that you might find. Like we just heard one just now. We heard an emerald tree boa. It sounds very similar to a crow, but I have the knowledge and I've spent the time studying reptiles.
Listen to that emerald tree boa.
I've sat here long enough and listened to the birds long enough to know that they're not birds, they're really reptiles that live in the trees around here. I look up. We found one.
Oh shit!
This is a leaf snake, part of the large family of North American microsnakes. He's brown to hide himself from predators. That's why he sits on the rock here, because he blends in perfectly. Look at that camouflage. You can barely see him. What a beauty. If you poke them with sticks, they retract. That's how you know it's a snake. When you're walking in the woods searching for reptiles, you might need a tasty snack. It's helpful to know which local flora and fauna are edible and which will kill you. This is a huckleberry. You can tell because if you take the stem between your fingers, it feels square. If it's not square on the sides, don't eat it. You'll die of heart palpitations. Another helpful sign to look for when signing for reptiles is discarded snake skins, such as these, on the trees. You find them tacked up, the snakes leave them to let you know their position.
What does that smell?
Another way to identify your local neighborhood reptilian friends is by searching for reptile crossings like this one. They show you where the reptiles cross the roads. This is a water road, but the reptiles go across it sometimes because they need to, sometimes because there's food on both sides of the road. There's an old saying about the road on the reptiles. Sometimes the reptiles go on the road, and sometimes the road goes on the reptiles. It's about reptiles dying. Nothing straight about my face, Weed. This area has been devastated by the local owl reforestation project. It swept across the Alaskan Congo where we currently are several years ago and left devastation in its wake. It's important to know which areas have been affected when you're reptile hunting. This one has especially been affected, as you can clearly see. Look at those stumps. Owl reforestation project was here. Watch for reptiles. We're gonna go up this way and get a shot of the thing up there.
Oh look! A skate skin.
Good identification, Weed. The ground has grown very muddy here. This is an excellent sign.
Oh no, there's a skate.
Reptiles are nearby, Weed. I was trying to tell them that. Stop interrupting. Look at the ground. Look, it's muddy. Reptiles are nearby.
What is snake skin?
Yeah, that means they're nearby-er.
There's so many snakes. There's so many. There's so many.
It's a mass
There's so
extinction.
many. There's a blue thing up there.
It's a big snake skin from a python.
What the fuck?
This is a very rare snake skin right here. It's from a gaboon viper. What makes me think that is the white powder here, left from underneath its skin when it shed its skin. And the shrines such as these to the spider gods can be found in your local wilderness. They're helpful for finding reptiles because reptiles flock to cursed areas like these. I found a sign of reptile. Here we go. Right here. Hobby Lobby receipt, left behind from a crafty reptilian. He was making crafts. Here's some reptiles that are important reptiles for you to know. Gaboon vipers, pit vipers, rat snakes, rats, turtles, king snakes, corn snakes, vegetable snakes, pea snakes, carrot snakes, rat snakes, red snakes, blue snake, green snakes, ball pythons, ball bearings, ball pits, Britney Spears snake, the Britney Spade snake, the Britney Spork snake, the Britney snake, the broken snake, the fixed snake, and the very important subgroup of reptiles called knot snakes, which includes cat, corn, geckos, grackles, some owls, ghosts. Snake ghosts are snakes. If a snake dies, then it's a reptilian ghost. That's all the kinds of snakes there are. There are no others. I'm a snake expert. Stop weed. An important part of snake hunting is being able to distinguish.
Oh shit, there's a snake!
A snake!
Go get the snake!
Oh no! We captured our reptilian specimen in the woods, so now we're going to show you the proper setup to keep him in once you bring your reptilian specimen new friend home. There he is. He is a western gaboon viper. They're not usually found in this area, so we got real lucky today with this capture. You can see the beautiful markings, the white stripes along his eye, curvature of his shape. He's lovely. This is a juvenile male. When he's fully grown, he's going to be about this long. They get about 1.5 feet long when they're full grown. Those white stripes are going to carry down the side of his face. He's just going to be a beautiful man. His bathing dish and water, Christmas house, rock log, the little tree for him to climb on. Snakes only eat about once every week or two. It's like from humans. You can find them at any local pet store. He's feeling sexy and hot, he can go over here. Right, we've had our western gaboon viper specimen for a few days now. During that time, he shed his skin. That's the tentacle right there. You can see it on the thing. It's not a penis. If they're stuck on his eyes, that's a huge pain in the butt to deal with.